Morning kookaburras. Morning butcher birds. Who's hungry? And you're all hungry. Whoops! Plastic's flown over the top. Whoa, whoa! Hard doing these things one-handed. Alright, I'm going to have to put this down. Move over, you guys. Let me sit down. Hang on, no, that's the plastic. Let me take the plastic off. Alright, there you go. Is that good? I don't eat too much. I'm going to save some for the dogs for breakfast. Don't you guys like my camera? Good catch. They don't like my camera. I'll sit back a bit. It's something new, isn't it? They don't like it. You're very noisy in the back there, aren't you? Do you want to come and get some? Oh, you're sitting next to me, are you? Hello. No, I haven't got anything for you. You come and landed on the chair next to me. There you go. Silly bird. And people have been asking to see the kookaburras again. I thought maybe you were getting sick of bird videos in the beginning of my pouring videos, so we had a little break, but people are saying, please show us the kookaburras again. Here you go, you two. You want some as well? Did you miss out? That noisy one's the young one. There you go. He's still a young one. He's a bit nervous. So we've got 3 here, 4, 5, 6. Where's the other 2? There's another 2 somewhere. How you going, you guys? Enjoying that? It's good, isn't it? Yum, yum. G'day guys, welcome back. Guess what? It's pouring day. Yes it is, and I'm going to do a swipe. And I thought I would try and swipe with a metallic paint today, just to see how it works. We'll see. So I am using my glue and water pouring medium, 60% glue, 40% water, and then I've mixed that 1.5 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. The swipe color is 2 to 1. 2 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint, because you want that to be thinner. So the metallic there is this one. Haven't used it a lot. I've had it for a couple of years. I've got a tiny bit left, a few years actually. It's Sargent's Liquid Metal. So yeah, having a go with that one. The navy and the teal are the Mont Marte. I just made them myself. The navy's obviously the phthalo blue with a bit of black. The teal is the phthalo blue and the green. And the black, oops, let's move that out of the way. The black is Amsterdam. I can't use my black Mont Marte for swipes anymore. I don't know why. It's going crazy. It's making these weird shaped cells. I don't know. Global did it as well. They've changed their recipe and it's all up the creek now. So anyway, I can't use it for swipes. Actually, I don't even know if I can use it for acrylic pours anymore. I'll have to have another go. Last time I used it was a total disaster. So I'm going to use the Mont Marte. Sorry, the Amsterdam. I must speak to Mont Marte actually and just find out if they've changed their recipe or what's going on. Because I stopped using global paints for that exact reason that they changed their recipe and their black was doing weird things. Right, let's get on with it. I've got oil in these, silicone oil already, that one there. So I've got 90 grams of pouring medium, 60 grams of paint, that's 150 grams, which is 5 ounces, so 5 drops. Okay, we'll put that aside. I thought I'd swipe with paper towel. I was just going to swipe with my plastic, and then I thought, oh, let's change it up a little bit. I'll do a center swipe, up, down. I might do some balloons in the center. I don't know. So I've got the black, I've got the navy and the teal. I probably won't use a lot of the black because black can certainly take over. Oh, there's blobs. I have to get my toothpick out and pick out the blobs. Paint's getting a bit old. I haven't been doing much pouring lately, and I haven't done my classes for ages because of the COVID. I probably should get back onto them, but I'm using my other table for stuff. I'd have to clean up. I would. I'd have to give the workshop a big clean up. Let's pick these bits out. So yeah, around the top of the jar of paint gets a bit sort of crusty, and it must be going in there when I'm scooping out my paint. Okay, I think that's all. Right, here's the teal. Just kind of mix it in, cover as much of the canvas as I can. And they're all dark colours because I want them to really pop with the copper. And I guess it's not going to look all that amazing today while it's still wet. And it's got glue in it, which makes it look, you know, a little bit white, a bit pale. So it's probably not going to look the best today until it dries, and then it'll be really pretty and shiny. Now a little bit of black. I don't want too much. Are you still a bit thick? The blacks always seem to be a bit thicker than the others. Let me just pour a bit and see what I think. It seems to be right. So I'm just going to do thin lines of the black. Still put it in there, but just thinner lines. Actually, it can go over the side there because I can use it as a filler. Okay, got a little bit left in case I need that. Right, so now what we're going to do is just move this all around and cover the canvas basically. And pick out any other little bits that might be in there. Oh, you're a big bit. Look at you. Get out. Any more? Oh, there's another bit over there. It's very frustrating. Oh well. What can you do? It's got to live with it, hey? Just live with it. Alright, don't want to lose too much paint. I just need it to go over the sides. And that might just be a little bit of unmixed paint, that one, because I can't actually pick it up. It's feeling a little bit on the thick side. Maybe the paint sits, you know, as it sits, maybe it sort of thickens a bit. I don't know. Because I haven't been using it, so maybe it's kind of thickened up a bit. Maybe, who knows? Look at my hands. Oh my gosh, let me wipe my hands. Got a cloth over here. Right, I think I've got all my sides. Actually, my black's kind of disappeared now, hasn't it? I better put a little bit more on. I think it's kind of, I can see some lines there, but up here it's kind of vanished. Alright, that'll do. Just want a little bit of black for a little bit of contrast, a bit of pop colour. So, what I'm going to do is that a bubble? Yep, it's just a bubble. I'm going to pour, I've got the serrated edge there of my, that's the serrated edge there you know, when you tear your paper towel in half. So that's the edge that I'm going to swipe with, because the other side is the cut edge where I cut with the scissors, and it's going to be nice and smooth. So I want to use the serrated edge. I'm going to pour some of this in here. I'm not going to need much, am I? And I've got my bit of paper towel organised for there. Catch my drips. Now, can you see? I might have to move you over a little bitty. Oh, no, you can see. Up and over. We can get a little bit closer now. How's that? Still okay? All right, now you can see me dipping my paper towel, can't you? All right. So this was the serrated edge here at the top. So you can do this two ways when you're doing your swipes. You can pour down the center, but you always run the risk of having a little bit too much paint. So I'm just going to dip about 1 centimetre, about that, about 1 centimetre. All right, now where's the middle-ish? Put that there, let it get some good contact for a few seconds, and we swipe away like so. Now we can't use that bit again. You could, no, you can't really cut it because then you've got a smooth edge there. All right, let's go again. I wonder what those cells are going to look like. Let me just test them. Test it with my blowtorch. Okay, so they're very small, those cells. Very small, which is telling me this is a bit on the thick side. I'm going to add, where's my water gone? I'm going to add a splash of water. And just thin that down a little bit. Or maybe I probably dipped too much in. Could be either. Could be either. Now I can't put any more paint on it, but I can swipe again. So let's go again. And maybe I've just got too much on there. Let it get good contact. And swipe again. And get some of that off. Oh, we're getting really pretty stripies there. Look at that. Okay, where's my torch? Let's try that again. When it catches the light, it really shines. Okay, there's a few little cells popping up there. I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to go again. Actually, now I've got this in here. It's a bit thick, isn't it? Let's tip that in, the other one. Mix the two together. No oil in the swipe colour. You could, if you wanted to, put the oil in the swipe colour and not in the other one, the other colours. All right, mix that in because that's got that extra bit of paint and that extra bit of water. Let's just pour that in there. Now I won't dip quite as much of my paper towel in. Which side's my serrated? That's the serrated edge. Okay, here we go. Let's just dip a little bit. It was about half of what I did last time. And I'm going to overlap just ever so slightly. That last one. Oh, I love those stripes. Wow. Okay, that's looking better because before it had a lot of copper at the top there. It's still got a decent amount of copper, but it's difficult working with the metallics. They're not quite as easy to work with as the other colors are. Metallics always act a bit differently, but that's no reason not to use them because they're really beautiful. But yeah, you just have to adjust your mixes and things because they are different. They're usually thicker. Not going very straight, am I? That's okay. When I get to do the next half, I'll straighten it up. And I may still do some balloon dips. We'll see. Probably have to cut some more paper actually. I didn't do a lot. And try and go as straight as possible when you're doing this technique, just so that your lines that you've created stay nice and straight. I'm going to have not enough to do the last little bit. Look at that. I'm going to have to get another piece. Actually, I'll cut this one in half. I will. Where's my scissors gone? And then I can use him if I run out on the other side, then I've got the other half, hey? There we go. Put you aside. Let's just do this last little bit. Went over my cells there. Oh, I'm a bit wonky, aren't I? All right, let's turn around. Turn around, turn around. Turn around, bright eyes. Hands around the side. We don't want to drip in. Okay. Now, oops, I better clean my hands again. Got paint all over them. And I wonder if I've got enough paper towel to do the other side. I might have to cut up one more piece. So still looking at the serrated edge there. And touch it. And off you go. I don't know if I'm quite centered there. Yeah, I am, I guess. And again, just repeat. Repeat, repeat. I might try and not to overlap too much so that I can actually see that edge, because I think it's quite pretty. I didn't overlap there. Look, I've got that line. It's all right. I'm not going to go again. I'd rather not go again because it changes your look of what you've done. So if you can at all help it, try not to swipe twice. Why aren't I overlapping? I've done it again. I'm out of paper. All right, let's cut another piece. I've got all these squares here that I have them organised and set up ready for when I'm resining, you see. So I've always got some paper towel ready for wiping resin sticky things. I get a whole roll of paper and I just stand there and I rip them until I got this big pile of squares, and then I'm set to go. Set like a jelly, as they say. All right, here we go. Are we still taping? No one's talking to me. Are you still there? No one's talking to me. Oh, you should see the shine of this. Wow. When I went round the back, I could see it shine. All right, see how tiny the little amount of copper I'm putting on there? I'm trying to overlap a little bit, but I don't want to destroy that cell that's there. See that cell there? I didn't want to destroy him, so I just had to overlap, but just a tiny amount. I might not actually torch a lot. I really like the stripy look. I'll torch a little bit to get some more cells out, but I don't think I'll go too much. And we may get some cells through the middle. I don't know that we will, because it's quite thick there with the copper. So I don't know if we will. But I could dip them with my little balloon and get some little fairy kisses or little starbursts. So that'll work. Okay, and my little half piece that I prepared earlier. Here's one I prepared earlier. All right, pop him down. I guess the good thing with the paper towel is you can't push too hard. Whereas if you're using a tool or plastic, you can push and you can actually make a dent in the paint. Look at this, I've got all this left. I'm going to have to do something else with copper now, aren't I? I am, for sure. I've got all that left. That blue's kind of throwing a bit of a purple sheen there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it looks a bit purplish. Maybe it's the copper doing that. Although the phthalo blue does throw a bit of purple, doesn't it? All right, let's torch really lightly. I don't want a lot of cells. I don't want too many. I'm going to try and keep my lines, my strippies, and not get too close because I don't want clusters. I just want like a sprinkling. I want. Just want a sprinkling. So go over and then come back if you want a few more. And always come back. Don't get too many all at once because you can't take them away once they're there. Now they're going to take a little while to grow, so let's just wait and see what happens. Says as she keeps torching. Alright, turn the torch off. Oh, it's looking really pretty. I love it. Now the question is, do we want to use the balloon through the center, or do we like the center as is? This is the question that I ask of thee. Kind of looks like teeth at the moment, doesn't it? Look, I'm keen to experiment. I am. I'd like to see what happens. I would. So and I've said this to you before, where your balloon touches a cell, it'll pull the cells in and it'll make it look like a petal. Where there's no cells to pull in to make petals, so it's just going to look like a little starburst. So, yeah, let's just start with little tiny ones, hey? We'll see what they look like. That didn't work. That's got one cell that I've pulled forward. I may actually have to wait. Oh no, that's okay. So that's the starburst. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm sort of going to try not to get cells. Probably have to dip a couple of times actually, just to get enough paint off my balloon. Because when it does that and it makes a little mound of paint, then you need to get that off. You need to keep dipping until you don't get that little mound. I'm going to see if I can just get starbursts. Down the other end might be a little bit tricky because look, there's heaps of cells there. So that might be a little bit more tricky. I may have to get a few cells incorporated. Whoops, getting too close over there. So that one I think is sort of touching the, might be losing paint there, or touching the canvas. See if I can put a little bit back. Nope, I'll just leave it. Just leave it. You can see the blue coming through there underneath. It's looking really pretty. I'll take you down for a close-up shortly so that you can have a little look. A little look-see. So you can see the difference. So you just have to keep doing this until that little mound of paint in the center diminishes. Keep those little cells there. We'll go over here. Just adds a little bit of interest, I think, doesn't it? Now this is the tricky part here, because I've got cells. I wonder what I could do. I wonder if I could, because I want to kind of go here. If I put a little blob of copper on those, see what happens. So I'm going to dip there. Not really. I've got a petal. I don't want a petal. Sometimes you want petals and you don't get them, and then other times you don't want them and you do get them. What are you going to do? we'll just go one more over here. I guess what you could do, if you wanted your petals, is you could drop a little bit of coloured paint and like to create cells maybe, and then dip into them. I'm just going to see if I can, I don't think it's going to work. Just disguise these. I don't think it'll work, but anyway, I'm going to be careful I don't drip into my canvas. All right, let's try again. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work, but no. Oh my gosh. I think it's better. Yeah, it's better. It's better. See that little blob of copper there? Actually, no. What can I use? What can I use? End of my glove. Just want to disguise it. And stick your finger in it. All right. There's that blob there that I don't like. Just trying to disguise that. Just gotta be careful I don't make it worse, that's all. Alright, nearly done. A little bit more of the bronze just there. I'm going to dip into it one more time just to kind of smooth my edges. Okay, I'm getting down a bit low on the paint there. I might just grab a little paint from a few of these and pop it back over there. All right, that'll have to do. That's as good as I can get it. Kind of looks okay. Righto, let me clean this up and I'm going to take you down for a close-up. I really like that. So pretty. I'll see if I can pick up the shine of the copper for you. Or is it bronze? I don't know. Is it copper? Is it bronze? I can't remember what it was now. Let's see if I can pick up the shine. It's really hard to. There's my ring light. No, I can't really pick up the shine. I'll have to wait for it to dry and then I can show you in a video a few days from now. I'll show you the finished product, the dried product. But you get different cells. Yeah, when you're doing acrylic or non-metallic swipe, you get cells that have got cells inside cells of different colors. With these ones, they're more like bullets. It's just one color, and I guess that's because the only black that the only opaque that I've got is the black. So some of the cells, if you look really carefully, have got black in them or around them, but the others are all just semi-transparent, so you're not going to get cells inside cells. It's still really pretty. I wanted to do this, and I'm glad I did. So what do you think? Do you like it? It's a bit different. All right, I'll leave it at that. Put it somewhere to dry, and I'll show you the finished product in a few days. All right, take care, everyone. Bye for now.